Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm sitting down to film what might be a long video, so honestly, go grab a snack, pause the video, grab a snack, grab a drink, come join me. Okay, now that you're back, today I'm gonna be doing kind of an overview slash timeline slash journey review, whatever, of my experience with an IUD, hormonal acne, and weight gain. I almost don't even know where to start with this video because this is like such a long story and there's so many different components to it, but it's important for me to make because I finally feel like I'm starting to feel like I'm on the other side of the bridge, if you will, and I want to help anyone I can who possibly can go through this to figure out what's kind of going wrong. So I guess I'm just gonna start. So I'm going to put up a few pictures of myself before my IUD just so that you can get an idea of my skin, my body, what I was looking like before I ever had it inserted. I was very, very healthy, thin, minimal acne. I would get a little bit of hormonal around that time of month, and I would get maybe a couple around my chin or some rogue ones here and there like everyone does, but other than that, nothing too crazy. Everything was pretty normal as far as the acne goes. I was really energetic. I was in the gym a lot, like at least 5 times a week. Right before I got my IUD in, I was training for a powerlifting competition. So I was pretty serious about like my training, my health, my nutrition, everything, and it was going well, I would say. January of 2019, I'll put up some pictures of that time, is when I got my IUD in, actually January 7th, 2019. And I remember this day so distinctly because I genuinely have never been in so much pain in my entire life. I got the Kyleena IUD put in, and I mainly got it in because I started in a new job. I was previously on my parents' insurance, and then now I was on a different insurance because of the new, you know, big girl job that I had. And it became very difficult to get my regular birth control pill, and I felt like it was messing with my hormones because I would either go longer than I was supposed to without my pill because they would mess it up, or one time they tried to charge me $90 for a month's worth of pills, and then another time they tried to charge me $20 when it was previously free. And I know there's differences in insurances and how much it's going to cost you, but the fluctuations were huge, and they would give me name brand and then generic, and like it was just a total mess. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to look up kind of getting an IUD, what that's like, and try it out because it was an easy fix. You put it in, you have it in for like 3 to 5 years. I chose the 5-year one, and you don't have to worry about that stuff. And I thought everything would be super simple, but I was totally wrong. When I first got my IUD put in, I felt like a very severe cramp in my stomach, but it was like gone in a second. But by the time I'd like checked out and walked to my car from the gynecologist, I was literally like bent over holding my stomach in pain. Hey guys, I'm just working on editing this, and I know that there's a lot of information in this video, and I really want to make sure that I get everything across and I'm factual about everything. So if I pop on here a couple times, that's why. But I just wanted to say that it is totally normal to feel kind of a pinch feeling when you are getting your IUD inserted. That's totally normal, and some cramping is expected, but it is expected to also go away after a couple months. And then last thing, I do want to say that at no point during the period that I had my IUD in was it out of place. I had multiple x-rays done at my chiropractor for other purposes, and every single time we x-rayed, my IUD was exactly where it's supposed to be. So I just wanted you guys to know that, so that you know that there wasn't anything super funky with it moving or anything like that, which is a risk of an IUD. I tried to go back to work, and I literally was like holding myself back from tears sitting at my desk. Like I could not focus. Like I was in so much pain. So I emailed my boss because she was out that day, and I said, hey, I'm gonna take half a sick day. I don't know what's happening. My stomach is hurting so bad, and I am literally like, I have to go home. And I literally came home, shut the blinds in Brendan and I's bedrooms, and like curled up into a ball on my side and just laid there pretty much for the rest of the night. I think I might have eaten a little something. Is it supposed to rain tonight? I hope. Oh, that would be great. I really want it to storm. I want like a cozy night. Did you hear thunder?
Yeah, I did earlier.
But I was like literally doubled over. I ate a little bit, but I just went to sleep, and like, oh, like I literally can't even describe. Like, I've never had cramps that serious in my entire life. Like, not my worst period ever have I ever had pain that severe with cramps. So moving right along, you know, the cramps did get better, but it would be like, oh, I'm just teetling down, like walking down the supermarket, and it would hit me, and I would literally like have to stop. I couldn't breathe. I just had to stop and like be in my head and wait like 30 seconds to a minute for the pain to go away. And this was like probably a daily to every other day occurrence, and it would happen a couple of times a day, which is completely abnormal. If you are having severe pain in your abdomen, like, that is not normal. I don't care if you have an IUD, that should not be happening. And it wasn't just around my period, but it was worse around my period. Like, they would be more common when my actual period had like started. And I also spotted for about a month after I had the IUD put in. I think that's everything. First symptoms of IUD stuff, I think. I was about 135 pounds. This is a rough estimate. I tried my best to dig around on any kind of updates. I looked in my period tracker, my fitness pal. I looked at old emails with my coaches. I was trying to figure out how much I weighed around here, and I'm pretty sure it was around 130, 135 pounds, maybe 140, but somewhere in that 10-pound radius of like 130 to 140, like somewhere in there. So like average weight for my height and everything, again, everything was normal. Flash forward, I'm gonna kind of put up some pictures of just the subsequent months, because I don't have a lot of data on my phone about my weight, my acne, whatever. Like, I tried to find as many makeup-less unedited pictures as possible, and I was taking a decent amount of progress pictures throughout this time. This is also when I started working with a really good friend of mine named Heather to figure out some of my nutrition, because I noticed I was gaining weight. I really wanted to do another competition, but I cut down my calories to like 1,300 calories, which is way, way, way lower than I would ever suggest someone to be on, and I couldn't lose weight, and I couldn't figure out why, because normally it wasn't that hard of a process for me. So I got Heather on board, and we figured out some stuff. Some stuff started to kind of regulate out, some stuff didn't, and she stopped coaching, which for herself for a little while, which was totally fine. This was, I think, maybe 3 or 4 months into working together, I want to say. And she was such a big help and so insightful, and she really, really, really helped me feel better about where I was with my body and my nutrition and everything. But truthfully, I just didn't know enough information to give her the proper tools to help me with this journey the best way that she could. And Heather, I love you so much. If you guys want a great fitness idol, super real, I'll leave her information in the description bar below, because she's phenomenal and I love her to death. Whew. Okay, so that being said, let's flash forward to November of 2019. So I've had the IUD in for almost a year. This is where I got my first set of concrete data. I have a couple of check-ins with Heather, and I was about 160 pounds, and my acne was noticeably worse. So I'm just gonna keep flashing up pictures and images throughout this video when I'm talking about certain times, so you guys know what I'm referring to. I really wanted to give the IUD like a while to adjust to my body and for my body to adjust to it, because I knew that adjusting to an IUD could take like 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. But around December, I just like, nothing was getting better. My acne was absolutely horrible. I gained like 20 or 30 pounds and I felt like absolute crap. Like, and just talking with my mom about it, talking with my doctor about it, talking with my chiropractor about it, we all kind of together decided that I just needed to get this thing taken out. And in January of 2020, I got my IUD removed. Yay! I didn't really feel that much different or anything right after I got my IUD out, but I haven't had one of those insane cramps since then. She's literally trying so hard to be in this video. But since I've had it removed, I have not had one of those crazy weird flare-up type cramps, and I'm so grateful for that because they were absolutely awful. And I actually haven't really had any period cramps at all since I got my IUD removed, so I'm super duper thankful for that, obviously. But since I got my IUD removed, right when I got it removed, I felt like my acne got slightly less irritated and better, and then immediately after, like, so much worse. Like, I feel like it was better. I feel like my acne was a lot better when I was not near my period, but near my period, my acne was worse than when I was on my IUD. So that was kind of confusing to me, but I did end up getting my hormones tested about 2 or 3 weeks after I had the IUD taken out, and I'm so thankful that I did this because when I was reviewing the results with my chiropractor, well, when I was reviewing the results with myself, almost every single hormone that we tested was like off the charts one way or the other. And looking through everything with my chiropractor, who is generally my primary care physician, we were kind of going through all the data together and coming up with kind of some things that I could do to help start regulating these hormones out or get them returned to normal. So I will go through a couple of those with y'all right now. The first thing that I took was a liver support supplement. It was an AM and PM liver support supplement, and I don't have that one anymore because it came in like a cardboard box. I threw that out. So I don't have that one anymore. So the main reason that and I'm just pulling this off of the internet, but I want to give you guys some background on these supplements and why we decided these are the ones I was going to be taking. So I took a liver supplement because if you're looking at here, it says the liver regulates the balance of sex hormones, thyroid hormones, cortisol, and other adrenal hormones. It transforms or removes any excess from the body. If the liver cannot do this properly, there is the risk of imbalances. So essentially, obviously, your liver is very important to your hormonal health. So we decided to go for a liver support supplement to help with that side of things. I also took this Biosum, or it's by a company called Metagenics, and it's a Biosum liquid liposomal DHEA. So we took the DHEA, and I'm just going to read another little description, because your body naturally produces the hormone blah, 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 which the acronym for it is DHEA, in the adrenal gland. In turn, DHEA helps produce other hormones, including testosterone and estrogen. So between my liver support and this guy, we're supporting cortisol, testosterone, estrogen, adrenal glands. Like, there's a lot that we're supporting just with those two. And then the last one that I took is Adrenamed, and I still have this one. I'm still taking this one. This is support for adrenal stress, and this is again just to give extra support to my adrenal glands and the hormones that they are producing and regulating. So those are the 3 supplements that I started taking regularly. And I also was very good about taking like my multivitamin. I drank it in a smoothie and stuff like that. So this was like the time where I was like getting serious about fixing my health first before my aesthetics and weight, because I knew that it would take really fixing these hormones to fix the weight issues, the health issues, and the acne issues that had stemmed from this crazy hormonal imbalance. So flashing forward a few more months, now I am at a stage of minimal acne, which is so exciting. It took months to get to this point. And after I started really seeing some improvement in my acne, I decided to get tested again, and I did an even more comprehensive hormonal test this time. And I did a 24-hour pee test. So I essentially had to pee in a jug for 24 hours straight every single time I had to pee, which is a lot harder than you think about, because when you have to go, you just go. You don't think, oh, let me go grab my refrigerated pee bottle. Yes, you have to keep it refrigerated. So after the whole day of peeing in the bottle, I kind of shake it up to mix all the 24 hours of urine together, pour a sample into a test tube, and ship it off to a lab. And it took about a week for it to come back in, but almost everything came back perfect. So I want to emphasize that it took me like what, almost 7 months for my hormones to regulate out, and I would say that's pretty great. A lot of people will see some improvements in just a few months, but I feel like for people to really get on track is a year and a half, 2-year lifelong process. It is very hard, I feel like, to get your hormones balanced properly, especially just like with the standard American diet. A lot of us don't get the nutrients and stuff that we need, which makes it very difficult for our body to properly regulate our hormones. That being said, I am sitting at about 170 pounds right now, which is obviously about 40 pounds up from where I started, 30-40 pounds up from where I started. And definitely losing the weight has been the absolute hardest part of this whole process. I haven't really seen any budge on the scale at all, and now I'm starting to know why. We found out that and I don't want to go all into this because this is like a whole nother topic for another video, but my body is kind of somewhat on the path to insulin resistance, and so I'm trying out like a new macro spread and seeing how that works out for me, and so far I think it's going okay. I seem to like it, which is good. And yeah, so obviously I will continue to update as that thing goes on, but I want to emphasize that like this is so much more to me now about health than it is about aesthetics. And yeah, I do want to add that while my acne was even at its worst, I was taking like optimal care of my skin. I have worked in the beauty industry for a long time. It was the first job I ever had when I was 16, and I'm 23 now and continuing to learn, but I have a very well-versed knowledge of skincare and skin health. And it's not like I was just using like, you know, drugstore face scrubs and, you know, Proactive. Like, I was using very high quality stuff and nothing could fix my skin. And that's just a testament to the fact that when it comes to hormonal health, and especially hormonal acne, there's pretty much no topical thing that is going to fix your skin. It has to be something that fixes itself from the inside out. I did try out Curology, and I got like 1-2 months bottles worth when I did it, and I do think that it helped to heal my acne as my hormones were healing, but it definitely is not the thing that fixed my acne, and I don't want to make it seem like something topical can fix hormonal acne, because that's just really not the case. It has to start internally. But I do think that that helped. And I do think paying a little bit more attention to what I was putting on my face and any irritants, I'm a little bit more
heard that. I don't know what that is, big girl.
I don't like that sound. That makes me feel like a tornado's coming. True. So yeah, I just want to emphasize that it wasn't like a topical treatment that worked for me. I will do an updated skincare routine for y'all so you can kind of see how I'm managing my skin as of late. But that's just not the main thing. And it's not the main thing that helps. I will say that as my weight got worse, I felt like my diet got worse, because I felt so out of control that I almost kind of lost respect for my body in that sense, where I was like, I mean, I just didn't care almost. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, I almost just didn't care. And I definitely ate a lot worse because I knew that whatever I did wasn't gonna work, which was such a frustrating feeling that I almost took it out on myself by eating poorly. Which, don't get me wrong, I love bad food. Like, and I will always have a, you know, somewhat bad food in my diet because, you know, what we deem bad food. There are no good foods and bad foods in my opinion, but you know what I mean. I'm talking about fast food and sweets and stuff like that. I will always eat stuff like that because it makes me happy and whatever, but it is truly about balance. And I would say that right now I'm on the path of a way better balanced diet, and I feel like I'm on a way better path of how I feel and speak and think about my diet. And right now I'm excited about the foods that I'm eating and what they're doing for me internally, because I know that I'm eating foods that are going to help my body be healthy, help minimize my acne, help hopefully this weight drop a little bit. And I want to emphasize again that the weight for me is so not about the aesthetics of it. It's genuinely about the health of it. And the reason I say that is because, or the reason I say I want to lose weight but it's not about aesthetics, is because I have felt the repercussions of extra weight being on my body. I find it much harder to stand for as long as I used to be able to. My knees and my ankles hurt a lot worse. I'm having some circulation issues in my left ankle. I've kind of always had them, but they've definitely been highlighted by the extra weight gain. If I walk for too long of a period, my ankle cramps up so badly and it hurts a lot. And my cardiovascular health has diminished. Like, there's just a lot of different components that have come with the weight gain that I'm not okay with and that are not healthy, and I know that, and that's what I'm trying to fix. Not just I want to have a 6-pack of abs and a nice carved out booty, if that makes sense. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here because I really want this video to be focused on like the progression of my journey. I will go into other portions of this journey that more in depth later on. Like, I'll go through my skincare routine. I'll do like some what I eat in a days or what I eat in a week, so you guys can get an idea of what my diet is looking like. Yeah, I would love to go more in depth about the supplements I take right now and stuff like that. So I will definitely go more into that kind of stuff at another time, but I don't want this to be an hour-long video, so I'm not going to do that now. But I hope that you guys either learned something or were comforted by this video, knowing you're not alone if you're struggling with some of these same issues. Take it from me, I know how hard it is to gain 30 or 40 pounds in a year, to go from clear skin to a full face of acne in a year. And the emotional and mental toll that that takes on you is a lot. And I totally am with you and I get it. And my Instagram will be right here for you guys. If you have any questions or just want to talk, please DM me. I literally talk to people in my DMs 24/7 because there is so much community in the struggles that we go through. And I find so much comfort, and I know the people I talk to find so much comfort in those conversations. And it's also really good to just bounce things off of each other, what worked, what didn't work. Obviously, everything is so individualized that at the center of it all, you need to be speaking with your primary care physician about what you need to do, and do your own research. But with that being said, I'm also going to leave a great resource in the link in my description. I'll also put the website right here. A girl named Callie Shay that I kind of know through friends of friends and everything has a great website, and she is a phenomenal resource for pretty much all things that have to do with period health, sexual health, hormonal health, etc. She has some great boot camps and workbooks and courses, and she is just a plethora of information. And she also has a phenomenal Facebook group where there are tons of women sharing information about this topic. And yeah, I really hope that you guys utilize those resources. Come talk to me on Instagram if you'd like. And I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a like and also hit that big red subscribe button to hear more about this journey, the in-depth stuff of it I'm going to talk about later. Man, I can't talk. and overall just come hang out with me more. Make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. DM me, let's talk. I would be so happy to do that. And I hope you guys have a great day. It's starting to storm outside, so I'm going to probably grab a hot cup of tea and cuddle up in bed and watch a movie with my boyfriend, because that sounds phenomenal right now, right babe?
True that.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, yeah.